Okay guys, I am in my second area of the day. Bug got in my eyeball. It's still only about 9:30. That's pretty quick in and out at the gifting place, but I was thinking about that big large track that I found where you could actually see where the water had deposited debris in the tow tracks. Now you may say, or a person may say, that that was somebody else in the area, that there's somebody else been in there, and you may be able to convince me that somebody else has been in there, because that area is not exclusive to me. You know, basically anybody can go over in there and look around and hunt and whatever they want to do, but it don't happen a whole lot. So you may be able to convince me that there's somebody else in there, that somebody else has been in there. But you'll have a harder time convincing me that somebody's been in there with no shoes on, that's been in there barefooted, and they have a bigger foot than mine. I'm almost 6'4", right at 6'4". I'm still roughly 260 pounds, not counting the backpack. So I leave a pretty good track in my boot. You know, my boot is actually wider than my foot. So you'd have a hard time convincing me that somebody was in there barefooted walking around in the forest. And the push point was totally wrong. I don't know, I've been thinking as I drove up to this other area. I don't know, it takes me about 20 minutes, I guess. I couldn't help but think about, you know, about that big track. So, but right now I'm gonna head on around to where I normally go. Like I say, this has been the most I've been in this area ever. So I'm hoping that after all the heavy rain, I can find some new, fresh tracks or something, or have an experience or something, I do have a lot of work to do, so I'll, you know, when you take, anytime you take a small vacation, the work keeps coming, and the things like that you have to do every day, you know, starts piling up, so you have to work a little extra to get caught back up, but I can do it. But I'm gonna cut this camera off, and I'm going to ease on up to where I want to go. This round trip on this is about 4 miles if I just go to my normal. So we'll see how I feel when I get there, and how everything looks as far as finding tracks and whatnot, and if anything's going on. But all right, see you in a little bit. All right, guys, I found I'm up here where the mud kind of starts, so I'm gonna start looking for tracks. Of course, like I said, we've had a lot of rain. Ouch. I got bit by a spider a while ago as well. Got bit right on the back of the neck with some kind of spider. It's green, fluorescent green. I don't know. I knocked it off and went on. But right now we're looking for tracks along this mud. That's a deer track right there. Man, that's not a big spider web. I dropped my stick while ago too. Try to knock them out of the way so they don't get me every time. I found a few tracks here over time, but not many, mostly deer or dog or fox or something like that. Oh, another spider web. There's a big deer track. Like I say, we've had a lot of rain too, so just the other night we had I guess it's night before last, it come a downpour. But I'm going right on around through here where it's really muddy for a good ways. And right up in there is probably where that cough or whatever that was I heard come from last time I was in here after I got strangled. So let's see what we got here in the mud wise. I usually take my time a little bit through here because sometimes you can find them. Been known to find quite a few tracks here. It looks like maybe one of mine there. Hard to say. Hard to say. Sometimes tracks, if they're washed out or been rained on, are kind of hard to discern whether they're human or a slick shoe or slick boot. You know, a lot of times a boot, after you wear it for a long time, the sole will get slick looking, and sometimes it's hard. But that falls into another one of them rare cases, I guess. But there's some more mud right out here. Let's see if we can get out to hit. Man, cobwebs are all over the place. It's just awful wide for a boot track, so maybe not. I know I come through here, but just keep a looking. Let's keep a looking. Don't want to make too much judgment yet. I'm gonna flip right in this big track. I see that there's a track of some sort. It's too short to be a human and too wide to be a human. That is a Bigfoot track, and right there's the second one. See where the leaves smashed down? There's the second one, and there's that one. So, but it's rained on them, so that makes it difficult. So that is Bigfoot tracks. Without a doubt, I do believe. And see, there's that one. See how wide it is? It ends right up here. It ends right in here. That's just a short, fat track. Let's see if we can find it back here. And the proportions are way off for it to be a human. The proportions are way off. I don't see nothing here, so. Let's see. Can't tell on that one. Right there's that track again. I do believe that's it again. Yeah, you can see the toe. Yeah, look at that. It's nice. Look at the toe right here. See that toe? Yeah, the toe goes out. Got your heel. Yeah, that is not a boot track or person track. Woo, it hanging upside down rough on daddy. And I have over the past done some whoops and a few tree knocks back here, but most of the time I stay kind of quiet while I'm back here. Most of the time. I'm just letting this camera run. I know I'll probably have to edit it some, but maybe you'll see it as I see it. That's where I step. I thought I heard something up in there. That's where I stepped last time I was in here. But see, all it takes is one good track with some toe definition. Okay, the camera cuts off after 10 minutes, so it cut off. What I was saying is that it only takes one good track with some toe definition to kind of change it up in here. But I know they're in here. When me and Guy was in here, we're both fairly convinced we had a visual, so can't deny that while the guy was doing his, telling his story about an event that happened to him while he was turkey hunting, I believe it was, one morning. And he done the call that he heard. We can't deny that we had a tree fall over. We actually found the tree. Now, was it pushed over? Was it just perfect timing or what? I don't know, but it got us excited, and that's when we thought we had the visual. We even looked through it through the binoculars. So some things you just can't answer. But as of right now, I'm not seeing any more tracks. Just that one little area there. And I would say, if I was guessing, this ridge and stuff kind of filters off this way on both sides. And I'd say they use that to travel, but because it's kind of a swag there, I'd say they use that to travel a lot of times as opposed to walking around this road. Not that there are paths walking around this road, but sometimes they're like us. They'll take the shortcut. I mean, instead of, you could walk 5 miles around this way, or you can just cut down the mountain and cut your time in half. So now, believe it or not, Bigfoot is definitely that smart. They definitely know what they're doing. They can think logically. If they want to save time, they can. And they know how to avoid people. Well, that's evidence of that. It's pretty blaring. But I'm going to head back this way, go back down the mountain, and who knows what we might find. But I do have a whole lot of work to do today, so maybe I can, if nothing else, I can get some of that caught up. But if I find anything else along the way, I'll do my best to film it. But I thank you guys for watching. I thank you for coming along these little adventures with me. If you can, please like and subscribe to the channel. Share the channel. Bring your friends in. Believe it or not, doing all this actually is, not only is it time consuming, it's costly, and not just costly in the gas and the equipment and things like that, but it's costly in that it takes me away from my actual work that I do to try to make a living at. So, it's costly in a couple of different ways. So if I can get more subscribers and more people watching the videos, maybe I can make a little bit off of YouTube. Right now, I'm averaging about $100 a year, which is nothing really. It's compared to how much time and effort I put into this. But if you can help a fella out, help a fella out. And if I don't find anything between here and back to the truck, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.